This video is sponsored by Surfshark. Today, we're going to be air frying some coffee. Now, why would you do that? Well, firstly, that's not a question that's ever really troubled this channel before. Secondly, lots of people have air fryers. Could it be good? Could it actually be a way to effectively roast coffee? The ingredients are kind of there, but does it make tasty roasts? The other reason is we made a video a couple of years ago where we deep fried coffee. You all had a lot of opinions, particularly about the kind of fat we used. You felt we used the wrong oil, the wrong fat. So, to make everybody happy, we have brought a selection of fats to the party, and we can see how they maybe impact the way that the coffee roasts, and do they really impact the taste? Here we have the coffee we're going to be roasting today. It's a nice yellow honey from Costa Rica. We don't need to go in the house and realize the producer at this point, because I'm not trying to sell you coffee. 100 grams of raw coffee, ready to go into our air fryer. Before we start roasting, we're actually going to preheat the air fryer. We're going to get it nice and hot. We're going to target 180 degrees Celsius as our roasting temperature today. Now that we're preheated, it's time to load our air fryer basket. If you're one of those people that likes to line one of these, I would say don't do that for anything really, because the whole point of these is to have loads of airflow coming through the bottom, and with coffee, airflow is going to be super important. Because these things tend to have open vents, you can smell it. The smell is interesting. There's a bit of the coffee roasting smell goodness that I'm used to, would expect with a commercial roaster. There's also just a slightly strange smell to it. I don't think it's the air fryer, but it's kind of weird. It's slightly rubbery. Oh, you can see it's going brown. You can see on the bench here, bits of chaff starting to come out with the roast. It's a bit messy. It's just part of the game. Now it's nearly done. We're going to need to cool the coffee down when it finishes roasting. This presents some challenges. Big commercial machines have kind of cooling trays. We don't have a cooling tray, but we want to stop the roasting process. First thing we're going to need, a sieve. That's going to be something we can kind of move the coffee around it as it's cooling down, but we need something else. Oh, sorry. Maybe you've got a fancier fan setup. Don't brag. Full power. All right, so we've got a high-tech setup. We've got a fan running here. We've got our sieve. Oh, our coffee looks ready. Whee! You could do this in a more sensible way, but why would you? Now, this is probably going to put you off, but you could do it just in a sieve outside on a cool day and just kind of get the coffee moving around. We've really struggled, even with a pretty good air fryer. I think this one from Philips is pretty reliable, pretty robust. Repeatability, bit of a challenge. But before we taste it, we're going to talk about these fats. What a treat we have today. Let's start with our first contender, crisp and dry, rapeseed oil, or canola oil, to those of you at the other side of the pond. We've got some ghee. A lot of people mentioned butter. I don't want to deal with milk solids, so we've got some ghee. No longer vegetarian, we've got some beef tallow. That's an option. Good on potatoes. Is it good on coffee? Speaking of coffee, we found this. It's coffee oil. I don't know, but it seemed maybe, circular and virtuous and a terrible idea. Who knows? Coffee oil is an option. I've read peanut oil. A lot of you had strong opinions in the pro-peanut oil camp. Obviously, a lot of people like to fry with peanut oil, so pure peanut oil is another option. And lastly, we've got avocado oil as a kind of nice, clean vegetable oil that no one's going to get too angry about, I hope. Freshly pressed from avocados. Avocado oil. By weight, 1% oil. That seems plenty. Fat, whatever it's going to be. It'll be oil when we add it, because it needs to be liquid. So for the ones that are solid right now, we will need to melt these to add them in. And so 1 gram into 100 grams of raw coffee, and then thoroughly mixed, and then it'll be ready for the fryer. The air fryer, of course. This way we don't have to buy huge amounts of oil and deep fry them in different stuff. They will have two potential impacts. One, I guess they might have different heat transference properties that will change the way that heat's transferred from the hot air into the coffee bean. And then obviously there's flavor, taste. How will they affect that? There's people who speak positively about places that use, say, a bit of butter in the roasting process, or kind of fry it up in butter, often with a bit of sugar or sometimes margarine. That's a kind of part of some cultures. I just don't know how this will go. Do you want to see my greasy beans? So now we've worked the process out, let's get on and oil them all up. Interesting. That's roasted coffee. Oh. So, because you can't really see what's going on inside this thing, it's a bit of a black box, literally. Next time I'll see you with these coffees will be when they're roasted. We can take a look at a good dry roast and then our 6 fatty roasts. Oily roasts, that's what we'll do next. And then we'll taste them and maybe we'll take the best one forwards into maybe pulling some shots as well. Now, before we get into that stuff, this video does have a sponsor, and we've decided recently to bring back an old tradition when we had sponsored videos, which is to do a little coffee giveaway. If you're out there, maybe life's a little bit tough, you haven't been able to spend good money on good coffee, or you've been missing out on some good coffee, or it's just hard to get where you are, we're going to do a giveaway. We're going to give away 25 bags of delicious coffee that have not been roasted in any sort of weird fat in an air fryer, but in a proper roasting machine by professionals, i.e. not me. We'll give away 25 bags. All you have to do, click the link in the description down below to enter the giveaway. If you see me, or apparently me in the comments telling you you've won, it's not me, it's probably a scam, so ignore that. We'll email you if you actually won, don't you worry. Now though, a short ad for this video sponsor, which is Surfshark. Surfshark is a fast, easy-to-use VPN service that allows you to connect unlimited devices using just one account. Now, if you're not familiar with a VPN, it's a virtual private network. It adds a layer of privacy and security to what you're doing when you are online. This comes with a few extra benefits. It allows you to have your computer appear to be in a different country. Why would you do that? Well, often streaming services will restrict different content to different geographies. Sometimes you just want to stream a show that you can't stream where you live. This allows you to do that. In addition, often loads of companies will show different prices for the same product to different geographic regions. So it allows you to get around some price discrimination. Surfshark do have some additional products worth checking out. Have a look at, say, Surfshark Search. Now, usually when you go and search something on the internet, what you're seeing is highly customized around you. And that's not always what you want. You want to see a kind of unbiased, uninfluenced kind of search result, not just designed to sell you ads around stuff. And of course, Surfshark have a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you want to check it out, click the link in the description down below or go to surfshark.com/James Hoffmann for an unbeatable deal with 4 extra months for free. Thank you to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. Okay, so we have achieved our air-fried beans. They are here, ready for a little taste. For clarity, 190 for about 15 to 17 minutes for 100 grams of green coffee. That's what we're working with here. And that got us to a reasonably consistent roast level, but not a very consistent roast level. A reminder of what we're going to taste. We have our dry beans, our dry-fried, air-fried beans. They don't look very puffy. They don't look very nicely developed, which is interesting. Ooh, avocado oil. They're starting to look a little more inconsistent. Peanut oil. Doesn't smell bad. Doesn't smell very peanutty. The coffee oil. Yeah, no. The ghee. Ooh, slightly buttery aroma. Beef tallow, not very beefy. You know, there's not a lot of oil in here ultimately, so it'll be interesting to see if it has any impact at all. And then our crisp and dry, our very cheap conventional frying oil, the most kind of deep fryer smell. So we're going to do a cupping, but after that, I think we take our most successful experiment and make some espresso with it. Let's get ready to taste. You'll notice one extra ball has appeared. This is our control sample. This is commercially roasted coffee, and these are the air-fried coffee. Same raw coffee, obviously. Now, because we're going to be doing a bunch of tasting, there's going to be slurping. If you don't want to hear the slurps, just select a different audio track. I think the US English audio track will be slurp-free. It's down in your settings on this video. So enjoy a peaceful time as I taste my way through. Let's start with our dry-fried. That is unevenly and underdeveloped. Like the roast is not a good roast. You get a lot of vegetable, green pea type flavors, grass and hay. The acidity is not good at all. It's basically symptomatic of the fact that the beans have been very unevenly roasted, and you can really taste that there. Avocado oil. Doesn't really taste any different to the dry fried. Peanut oil, what have you got for me? That might be better than the dry fried. Peanut oil currently in the lead. Coffee oil. Can't imagine you've helped. It's dirty. I Don't like it. The coffee oil itself has a kind of muddy, earthy coffee quality. Unfortunately, that's turned up here. Ghee. It's always at this point that I think I could use a spittoon. I could use like a spear cup, and I haven't, and I should have done. Ghee is buttery in a way that I'm not okay with. Yuck. Beef tallow. This is wrong, isn't it? There's no beefiness there, but it is a slightly more developed roast than some of the others. It's less grassy. It's less vegetably. Ooh. Okay. Beef tallow has snuck into first place. Crisp and dry. Oh, there it is. Oily, oily finish. You're not in last place. Coffee oil's in last place. But you're second to last place. Now, I should go back and taste a commercial roast of coffee. Same raw coffee. What a world of difference. You've got some nice fruit in that. It's got sweetness. It's got texture. It's clean. That's good. None of these are good. Let's just make that very clear right now. I don't think air roasting is a viable alternative. An air fryer simply lacks the agitation necessary. And you can choose to shake this thing, but I'm not sure that's a good idea. I'm not sure that's really going to help that much. You need to kind of shake it all the time. It's just going to make more mess. It feels unsafe in a way I can't quite explain. I don't think you can viably roast good coffee in an air fryer, even if you dose it up with beef tallow. It's not bad, though. I mean, it's not good. That's good. But it's the best one. It is the best one. Let's make an espresso of that. Some of you might be familiar with this lever machine. It's a very nice lever machine. Some of you might be absolutely appalled that we're using such a nice coffee machine to make this. But I just want it to have every chance of deliciousness. Maybe it's going to be a good time. Obviously, we'll clean it thoroughly afterwards. Now, this is ground in a normal way. Nothing too weird has happened. Will it taste good? Doesn't look good. It doesn't look that bad. Air fried in beef tallow. A delicious espresso. 16 in, 38 out. A little beefier on the nose than the cupping bowl. But not bad. You know, not beefy. I shall brace myself. Cheers. Oh, there it is. It's not bad. Oh, sorry. It's got like a little fruit. It's quite nice. There's a beef note in the middle of it. It's quite a distinct beef note in the middle of it. But it's quite a juicy, fun espresso in a way that it has absolutely no right to be. It's not bad. Don't do this at home. Don't make me say that out loud. But, you know, don't reach for a jar of beef tallow, some raw coffee in an air fryer to have this experience. It's not worth it. But I'm going in again. That's not good. No, okay. Okay, I'm over the silliness of the original bit of that. The acids are a little out of control. They're not great acids either. It's a touch beefy. That's so much better than I thought it was going to be, and less aggressively beef than I thought it was going to be. But ultimately, the lesson of this is, if you want a delicious espresso, go and buy some coffee roasted competently on a roasting machine that will taste good as espresso, and brew it nicely with some nice water, with a nice grinder, with a lovely coffee machine. Keep this for your delicious vegetable frying needs, or your meat frying needs, or your traditional conventional air frying needs. I think that people like these. These are good things. Don't put coffee in it, basically. Don't put raw coffee in it. Don't roast with it. It's not worth it. It's not a good time. Trust me. Anyway, if you have tried this, or if you're going to try this, good luck. But let me know how it goes in the comments down below. Lots of people have air fryers. I'm not saying it's worth spending the money to buy raw coffee to do it, but maybe you're a home roaster that happens to have an air fryer too. You're welcome to try 15 minutes at 190 Celsius and see how it gets on. Do try and work out the agitation piece. It's tricky. Don't open the drawer because you'll crash the temperature. That'll be bad. If you're a home roaster, you know this stuff. Let me know. Let me know. If I've missed an oil as well, if there's more frying experiments that need to be done, give me a shout out down in the comments below. But for now, I'll say thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.